Race of the week from Churchill Downs underneath the Twin Spires. It's the Grade 2 Stephen Foster, and $600,000 is the purse. Now, the key thing when handicapping the Stephen Foster is to realize that this used to be a Grade 1 race. It's got a large purse, and it's one of those destination races where a lot of connections point for this race. Even though it's a Grade 2 this year, it used to be a Grade 1. So there's some strong horses in here. It's probably on the lower end of a Grade 1, high end of a Grade 2, and handicap accordingly as you take some of this input in mind. And remember, hit subscribe so you can get all the videos. We've already got a video up for the Fleur de Lis. And right now, let's start at the rail in the Stephen Foster with Thirst for Life. Big upset, 13-1 on Derby Day when he beat the favorite American Anthem, and also another runner coming in off a layoff, King Zachary, in this race. Ran a good race, started off fourth, then moved up to third by the 6 furlong mark, dueled with American Anthem, and then put him away, picked up the big win. 7 for 22 lifetime, has never won a Grade 2, and he steps up a little bit in class off the big win the last time. Rated R Superstar. He's kind of the consistent horse. He's capable of winning those $300,000 stakes races. He's got a third in a Grade 3. He won the Fayette Stakes, ran well in there. Also ran in the Pimlico Special. Lost equipment his last race, but that was in the slop. Now, he does have some good races on an off track, but overall his better races have been on firm and fast race courses. The son of Kodiak Cowboy, he's going to be a little bit distance challenged at 9 furlongs. I think his best distance ultimately is when he makes a rallying run into a fast pace. So he's going to want a fast pace. I'm not sure he's going to get that, but he's in form and he fits at probably about a 10-1 odds, probably as fair value. Definitely one to consider. Runaway Ghost. Now he moves up in class. Big win, 5-length win. He has got the pressing speed. He's in form, 7 for 11 lifetime if you like winners, and a horse that's kind of maybe rising up to the challenge here. You definitely want to take a look at some of his races at Sunland Park because he can be in the mix if he can fit the top end of the form cycle in this Stephen Foster. Seeking the Soul, now he probably drops in class. He ran in a Grade 2 the last time. Faced McKenzie, who came back to run second in the Met Mile. His late rally did not fire, but he was coming back soon after a maiden trip. Very few horses run in maiden and then run back in the U.S. On May 3rd. So he was the first horse to do the trip and come back. So I think he's probably going to improve off that. His running style is always going to put him at a little bit of a disadvantage. You know, he's going to be hard to put back-to-back wins together. In fact, he's never won 2 in a row. So he's got a style that, and a class edge, not sure he's going to get the pace that he needs, but John Velasquez rides, and he does ride him well. He picked up a nice win with him in the saddle in the Clark Handicap in November of 2017. So definitely I'd take a look at Seeking the Soul. He's got the speed figures that put him competitive in this race, and he's probably one of the co-favorites along with a horse like Tenfold and possibly a couple of other horses. Elkatam, I like this horse. Switched trainers this year. Back-to-back wins at Oaklawn Park and Churchill Downs, both by widening margins, and a 92 and a 95 speed figure with only 5 lifetime races. I think this son of Tapit can improve. I think you want to take a long look at Elkatam, as he could definitely be in the mix here down the stretch, and I think he's got enough pressing speed to kind of give Thirst for Life a handle on the front end, and Tenfold if Tenfold wants to go. Gift Box, your most likely favorite. He's got triple-digit buyer speed figures in all 3 of his last races. He's also got a 99 and a 99 before that. So Gift Box is probably going to be your even money favorite. He does have to run in a surface that he's never ran at before. I also am wondering if this is a little bit of an afterthought. He came off a gritty Gold Cup loss to the classy Vino Rosso in his last race. Before that, he faced McKenzie. So he's a Grade 1 horse, dropping into a Grade 2. But he's got a ship, and I'm not sure he's been pointing for this raid all along. The real scoop here is that as John Sadler announced that he's going to send Catalina Cruiser to defend his title in the San Diego Handicap. So there was no spot to run for Gift Box all the way up until the Pacific Classic. And so now they're going to try to come in, scoop up this big purse, and kind of see where they fit with some of these other horses. So I worry a little bit about him facing a large field. He's been facing small fields out west. So now he's got to face a 10, 11 horse field. He's going to face other speed and Tenfold and Thirstforlife and possibly Elkatam. He could be an underlay, and if he doesn't run well, he could run out of the money in this spot. So you kind of got to make a decision on gift box. Tenfold, big win the last time in the Pimlico Special. I thought he kind of picked up the pieces in there. He came from off the pace because there was kind of a wild scramble on the turn with 6, 7 horses in the mix, and then he kind of just weaved his way through traffic and picked up the win. I'm not sure he's a grade 2 horse. I don't think he likes a 9 furlong distance. I think that last win was more by default, and I don't think he really improved in that last race. Tenfold, I'm not really recommending in this spot. King Zachary, I like him a lot here. He's going to be my selection. I think he needed the race the last time, losing to Thirstforlife. Now I think he can improve off last year's speed figures, and if you take a look back, his Pennsylvania Derby numbers and Travers Stakes put him within 2 to 3 lengths here, and I also think he can improve a little bit as a 4-year-old, being a son of Curlin out of a Giants Causeway mare. Javier Castellano rides. Take a look at King Zachary. He's my top selection. Tom's D'Atat, been facing better. Chased the brilliant City of Light in the Pegasus, then chased McKinsey in his last race. He's going to be probably under 4 to 1. One to consider, but he does like to win races. 6 for 11 lifetime wins. Quip, big win at Oaklawn the last time. Faces other speed in this race. He can come a little off the pace. I'm not sure if 9 furlongs is his best distance, but he's at the point where he's ready to face a grade 2 field. He's ready to face a bigger field, and he's got some races that put him in the mix. Definitely one of the top 5 contenders. I think he may be bet a little bit much, and I prefer a couple of others, especially if they are higher odds. Exulting moves up in class, 5 for 17 wins. Son of Tappet goes up to a grade 2 level, definitely a notch below Tenfold and Quip and even King Zachary, but I think definitely one you can use for second and third in exactas and trifectas. Yoshida, another one that's probably going to be co-favorite along with Gift Box and possibly Tenfold. You know, he's got a win in the Woodward that everybody's going to go back to, but he got a real perfect trip that day. Lots of speed, contested field, 14-horse field. He likes to pass horses. He's a turf horse. They like to make that last run. Ran 4th in the Breeders' Cup Classic. Ran evenly in the Pegasus World Cup Turf. That was kind of an afterthought race, and then didn't really run well in Dubai. He does get Lasix back on in here, so that's a key factor to remember. He's also going to be running a little bit further off the layoff than Seeking the Soul. So I see it as Gift Box being favored. Seeking the Soul and Yoshida is kind of the co-second favorites. Yoshida is capable, but I like the fact that he's getting Lasix. I like the fact that he had a little bit longer layoff than Seeking the Soul. I think he can improve, but he's going to need some pace, and he's going to need a good trip from that outside post position. He could be a little bit underlaid, and I'm not sure he's going to be totally cranked up for this race. The Whitney or a defense of his Woodward handicap could be his best race. So Yoshida and Gift Box, your most likely favorites. I'm going to take a stand against Gift Box. I'm going with King Zachary and maybe Thirstforlife in this spot, but definitely take a deeper look, and I think pace is going to be a key factor in this race. Don't forget, we've got more videos. A preview of the Fleur de Lis is up on Derbyologist. Hit that subscribe button and hit the notifications button. We got a lot more thoroughbred races coming for you throughout the summer, including stakes races at Del Mar and Saratoga from the Spa. That's a look at the race of the week, the Stephen Foster from Churchill Downs.